Now, Your Excellency, I invite to come and address the congregation. Thank you.
Cardinals, their graces, the archbishops, their lordships, the bishops, all the other leaders, namwe abakiriza abaze wano okujjukira olunaku luno mbalamusiza mwena. I'm very happy on behalf of Uganda to be here to welcome all the bishops from Africa who belong to this organization known as SECAM. Mbakubireko mu ngalo. I congratulate you on the 50 years of SECAM. You last came here when I was a third year in the university. In those 50 years, a lot of things have happened. And it's good that you remembered to come here and celebrate the 50th anniversary here. Thank you so much for honoring Uganda. Abana Uganda emikisa gye bayitiriddeko kati bw'otunula eno n'olaba aba Episcopal bano bonna buli omu yeetisse omukisa. Your Eminences, your Graces, your Lordships, you are all Africans, and you are bishops of Africa. I'm very glad that spiritually Africa is doing much better than other continents. The other continents are in a deep spiritual crisis. And I don't have to go into the details. When somebody can get to a situation where you cannot tell a man from a woman, then you know there is a very serious situation there. However, one of the points I wanted to mention here is how to reinforce the spirituality of Africa with the welfare of the Africans. Spirituality and welfare. In welfare, the Africans are still lagging behind. And this welfare is the welfare of your parishioners, of the people whom you lead spiritually, and whom some of us lead in the temporal matters. Africa is 12 million square miles of land. You can fit United States into Africa 4 times, and it will fit there. The Africans are now 1.3 billion people. The United States is only 320 million people. However, in terms of material welfare, the United States economy is about $20 trillion. China is now $13 trillion. Africa is only $2.5 trillion. Now, that's where there is a challenge for the Africans, the leaders, spiritual and temporal. Africa is a land of great wealth, but this wealth is not developed as it should be. And the main reason is really cultural. I have been engaged in this work for the last 56 years. I therefore have a good understanding of at least Uganda. The problem you find in the families, many of whom are your parishioners, is that they are stuck in two ways. Apart from the spiritual, they have the spiritual issues, but on the side of welfare, they are stuck on 2 points. Point number one, they still live in subsistence farming. They only work for the stomach. Bakorera or Rubuto Roka. They don't know how to work for the stomach and for money. And yet, modern life needs money. Secondly, when they try to work for both the stomach and money, they do so without echibaro. Echibaro in English would be evaluating the economics of what you are doing, the profitability of what you are doing. That's why, therefore, you hear that the size of the African economy, all of it, is about is 10 times smaller than the economy of the United States. Yet our population is now 4 times the size of the population of the United States. So I would like to alert the religious leaders who are here about this, what I have seen here in my work in Uganda. I don't know the situation in other countries, but I suspect it may be about the same. You are Christians, our Muslims are engaged in low productivity. If he has got 1 acre of land, like for instance, bananas, you find that our people produce 5.3 tons per hectare, but per annum. But in a research institution, which is nearby, the production is 53 tons. So the people are producing 10 times smaller than what could come from that land. And somebody told me that in Brazil, they are actually now getting 80 tons from 1 hectare. For us, in the research center, we have gone up to 53 tons. So, apart from getting out of subsistence, doing so with the some mathematics, the issue of low productivity should be addressed. They underproduce, but also underconsume. Recently, I was challenging some of the families. I was saying, you have got 10 children in your family. How many bed sheets do you have in your family? Because if you have got 10 children, you should have at least 40 bed sheets. But in some of the families, 2 on the bed and 2 in reserve. But some of the families don't have that. On the side of milk, in Uganda, in the past, they were consuming 18 liters of milk per person per year. Now it has gone up a bit. It is 60 liters of milk per person per annum. However, WHO recommends that a person to live normally, develop his bones and his teeth, he needs to drink 210 liters of milk per annum. So, underproduction, underconsumption. I think this one, of course, also affects the church, because the citizens are not getting enough. They also give little to the church. I normally go to the church and see what they bring during the offerings. You know the situation. So therefore, I thought I should use this occasion, because I'm also a Christian. I know something about the Bible. And in the book of Genesis, one of the primary missions God gave man. God gave man two missions. One was multiply and fill the earth. That one the Africans are doing very well. I have no complaints there. It was the second mission which God gave them: establish dominion over nature. That means, because we are superior to the other creatures, we are created in God's image, that we should use science, use superior knowledge to tame and harness nature for man's needs. Control the floods, control disease. That is part of establishing dominion over nature. In the parable of the talents, somebody gave talents to people who were under him. Some of the people lost the talents. Others sat on them, didn't do anything with them. It is only some who multiplied the talents. And when the in charge came, he was happy with the ones who multiplied the talents. I always challenge the Christians here, whom I talk to: have you multiplied the talents God gave you? Or are you sitting on those talents? With these few words, I want to welcome their eminences and their graces and their lordships, and thank all the Christians here for coming to welcome our visitors. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
What I've just received is His Excellency's offering for today.
Many of the things I said, I have written about them, and I would want to give a copy to him. We shall later on give packages to the bishops, because I have written about all these things that I talked about. Thank you very much.
The copy His Excellency has given me reads Uganda gifted by nature. Thanks very much, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency Kaguta Museveni, you are most welcome, and also we thank you and your government for the tremendous support that you've given us in the preparation of this Golden Jubilee. You see all of us smart dressed in these vestments. They were sponsored by His Excellency the President. He has also facilitated in various issues concerning this symposium. We are very, very grateful, Your Excellency.